Okay, so some of the vocabulary that you need to know for perspective is what we're going to go over right now. So the first thing is vertical. You need to know what it constitutes a vertical line in a drawing. So take a look at this and see if you can locate a vertical line. Hopefully, you picked a vertical line as being a line that goes straight up and down. Okay, so in a photograph like this, it's straight up and down from top to bottom. In real life, it would be straight up and down in front of you. The second vocabulary that you need to know for perspective is horizontal. Go ahead and take a look at these two images and find something that is horizontal. Great, and hopefully you picked out a line that was running from left to right, okay, or right to left. If you think horizon line, so that would be where the sky meets the ground. Horizontal, it goes from left to right, okay. The next vocabulary word that you need to know for perspective is parallel. Take a look at this photograph and see if you can locate see if you can locate some lines that are parallel to each other. Good, and hopefully what you did was point out there's these lines here that are parallel to each other, these lines here are parallel, and these are actually parallel to each other across the big space here. But there's a lot more. There's these lines are parallel, these lines are parallel to each other, okay? Okay, the next one is perpendicular. What do you think two things on these images are perpendicular? Okay, so hopefully you got that right. Perpendicular is where two lines cross at a right angle. So this one, you can see the angle that the photograph was taken at gives us right angles. This one, they're not quite right angles, and this would be perpendicular as well to this one. If we were standing actually in this building looking straight on at it, then it would be a right angle. So with perspective, it's not quite cut and dry. But you have to think about it as if you were standing right in front of it, would it be a right angle? And then it's perpendicular. The last one that we're going to look at is vanishing point. Okay, so for these buildings here, where do you think the vanishing point would be for those? Okay, so vanishing point, first of all, is where everything starts to disappear. So if you walked outside to First Avenue and you look down the street, it's where the trees start to look a little gray. It's where the houses and buildings and things disappear. It's not that they are no longer there, because if you drive down the street, you see them. It is that the earth is round and we don't see them anymore. Okay, so in a photograph or a painting or a drawing, we see the same thing, although it doesn't quite look the same. But you see how the detail is less there. Do you see how this street, because everything is lined up with the street, so the edge of these buildings and these outside lines are going to the edge of this line here. It's all lined up with the same vanishing point, which is about right there. Okay, so one of the first couple steps you're going to put in your drawing is to put in your two vanishing points, because you're doing 2-point perspective. Then you need to make sure you're actually using them how I am in the video.